The suspicious clue is the title. Not Pompeii changed how I think about Pompeii. Pompeii changed how I think about the Roman Empire. That is a much bigger claim than the video can really carry, and it matters because the whole piece is built on a subtle bait and switch. It gives you a vivid, humane tour of one frozen city, then lets that vividness impersonate a theory of Rome. To the video's credit, the best part arrives early, and it's genuinely strong. Destin and his guide are not treating Pompeii like a mausoleum of emperors and marble busts. They treat it like infrastructure. Streets, wheel ruts, wall paintings, homes, shops, circulation, visibility, bathing, social rank built into floor plans. That shift matters. It pulls Rome down from textbook altitude and back into the grain of daily life, where history is usually truer and more uncomfortable. So the real thesis here is not about imperial ideology or Roman state power. It's that Pompeii makes Roman civilization feel modern, legible, and socially continuous. You can sense Destin being won over by the physical evidence of ordinary competence. Urban planning, water, traffic logic, domestic decoration, commerce, status performance. And that is persuasive. The strongest evidence in the video is not a grand lecture. It's the accumulation of little design decisions that make the city feel inhabited by recognizably practical people instead of toga cartoons. But this is also where the evidence starts cheating on behalf of the conclusion. Pompeii is a preserved Roman town in Campania, buried in a catastrophe that accidentally curated it for us. That makes it invaluable. It also makes it dangerously seductive. Preservation creates false confidence. Because we can see the bakery, the atrium, the painted room, the street crossing stones, we start feeling like we can see Rome. We can't. We can see one prosperous place, in one region, under one slice of imperial time, with the archaeological lottery heavily favoring what survives well and what tours well. And the guide, Ciro, is both the video's secret weapon and one of its limits. He gives the episode texture that a standard educational travel vlog usually lacks. He grounds interpretation in specific spaces, and he keeps pulling Destin away from postcard toward the logic of how people actually use the city. That's excellent. But the video also inherits the guide's incentives. Tell the version of Pompeii that is concrete, vivid, and narratively clean enough to work in a tour. The messy academic questions: how representative is this household? How contested is this interpretation? How much of this reconstruction is inference rather than certainty? Mostly stay off camera. Still, the humanizing move is real, and I don't want to understate it. When the video lingers on wall art, on the layout of houses, on the bodily scale of the streets, it does something many history videos fail to do. It restores friction. Rome stops being a chapter heading and becomes a place where people had taste, vanity, routines, neighbors, and a built environment that disciplined behavior. That's not fluff. It's a serious corrective to the way school history turns ancient people into abstractions with military dates attached. But wait, this is also the weak point. Because once you've humanized Romans by showing they worried about roads and decor and public space, what exactly have you proven about the Roman Empire? That it contained urban sophistication? We knew that. That ancient people were not primitive? Absolutely worth emphasizing, but not exactly a revolutionary claim. The title promises a change in thinking about empire, yet the video mostly delivers a change in emotional proximity. Those are not the same thing. What's missing is the cost of the civilization being admired. Pompeii can make Roman life look dazzlingly organized, but the video gives very little weight to the machinery that made that world possible. Conquest, slavery, extraction, class hierarchy, and the uneven distribution of all this sophistication. A beautifully engineered street does not cancel the labor regime behind it. A richly painted villa does not tell you how representative that comfort was. If the video wants to say Pompeii changed how we should think about Rome, then it has to wrestle with Rome as a system, not just Rome as an impressively furnished neighborhood. Now, to be fair, I don't think the video is pretending to be a full historiography seminar. It's a field encounter, a record of one person being corrected by physical evidence. In that narrower sense, it succeeds. Destin's curiosity feels earned rather than performed. and the episode resists the deadening museum voice that often flattens antiquity into a list of facts. There's intellectual value in showing a smart amateur revise his mental model in public. The problem is that the title and emotional arc inflate that modest success into a bigger historical verdict than the episode actually argues. Even the presentation choices feed that inflation. The travelogue warmth, the guide's confidence, the tactile camera wandering through ruins, those aren't just aesthetic decisions. They create evidentiary momentum. You feel like you are discovering truth because the spaces are real and the reactions are unscripted. But authenticity of setting is not the same as completeness of interpretation. A persuasive walk through a ruin can still smuggle in a neat story by leaving every unresolved question just outside the frame. And that's the late reveal here. The video's strongest part is also its biggest vulnerability. It is excellent at making the Roman world feel inhabited. It is much less rigorous at turning that feeling into an argument about the Roman Empire. So my verdict is split. As an invitation to take ancient urban life seriously, this is one of the more effective mainstream history videos I've seen. As a claim that Pompeii should fundamentally revise your understanding of Rome writ large, it's overstated, because the evidence does less work than the narration of personal transformation suggests. So yes, watch it for the city. Watch it for the way it rescues Romans from cliché. Just don't confuse a vivid local encounter with a settled argument about an empire. If that kind of distinction is your thing, the point where a great video almost proves more than it actually can, stick around. There are plenty more cases to reopen.